This is it. Gemma, come home. Let's go. Let's go.
It's a builder, homie.
Come home.
Shut your mouth, son.
Come on.
Shut your mouth, son.
Let's go.
Higher than giraffe vagina while you're training. Bodybuilders kind of, but also the drug addict kind of.
So
listen,
let's
man.
go. Listen, let's go.
It's a builder, homie.
Come home.
Shut your mouth, son.
Come on.
Shut your mouth, son.
Let's go.
Higher than giraffe vagina through your training. Bodybuilders kind of, but also the drug addict kind
Come
of.
home. Let's go. What up? What up? It's Garage Gym Homie, and today I'm reviewing Apollon Nutrition Overtime. I think this is version 4, if I'm not mistaken. Is it worth it? Before we get into this here, please click the subscribe button. I got content coming out all the dang time for you. So click subscribe and let's get into this, homies. Hey man, look at this. I hope you excuse the sound, man, but I ain't turning the garage heater off for this review, man. It's 10 degrees here in Michigan, and we're in the midst of a snowstorm, homie. So listen, man, I hope you're feeling blessed, man. I know God is blessing you. I hope you're feeling that though, man. Staying in your heart, out of your head, you know, because it's noisy up here. So let's get down to business. Apollon, I've reviewed their version 2. I reviewed their version 3. And here we go, man. They're giving us the facts. They're doing this 4 capsule, 8 capsule Dr. Seuss mumbo jumbo, man. Man, even 4 capsules is freaking extreme. So let's talk about 8, man. I didn't take no dang 4 capsules, man. I took the full serving. And you know, so this is their nootropic formula, their stim nootropic formula. And I don't just take these just to take them, meaning like, look, man, I got a disease of alcoholism. So if I don't set some boundaries and rules for myself, my head's gonna go crazy and tell me all sorts of things and tell me to take stimulants all the time. So I gotta set some guidelines. And the guidelines I set are, I don't take caffeine or stimulants unless it's going towards a workout, either cardio or weightlifting, and I'm only allow myself 1 time to take stimulants in a day, meaning I don't take, you know, my morning pre-workout and then later have a cup of coffee. It's 1 time in the morning and that's it, man. That's the rules I created for myself to practice restriction, because I'm a big believer that restriction takes us to higher spiritual levels, man. We don't need to indulge in everything we see. That's how you get weak, homie. Society wants you to be weak, telling you watch porn, eat whatever you want, have sex with as many women as you want, cuss as much as you want, all this. Restriction, man, takes you to higher levels. So I preach it and I practice it, homie. So here we go, supplement facts. So on the full serving, homie, of 8 capsules, and these are very cool. I like these, man. I like the vibe of these pills, man. I like the vibe. They look fun. They look fun, man. You know GGH is a pill-popping animal, son. All right, man, here we go. L-tyrosine, 2 grams. Alpha-GPC, 800 milligrams. That gets you focused in, dialed in, thinking about the weights, forgetting about your Tinder dates. Homie, women don't like you, son. You don't practice no dang restriction, dog. Organic lion's mane mushroom, man. 750 milligram. Love lion's mane, man. A lot of benefits, nootropic benefits. Phenylalanine HCI, that's that feel-good hitter, man. 750 milligrams. Ariogenesis, homie, another stimulant, man. 350 milligrams. So the Aria is a higher dose than the anhydrous. Look at that. Rhodelia rosa root, 300 milligrams. I've read about this one, man. This is, I know it fights fatigue. A lot of benefits to that, man. I'll leave it at that, homie. I don't want to ruin it for you guys, you know. I'll let you do your own research, man. One of you fancy college folks out there. Caffeine anhydrous, 300 milligrams. That's a solid amount right there. Bacopa minori extract, 300 milligrams. Then you got dicaffeine malate, homie. One of my favorite ingredients. That's that long-lasting caffeine because they bonded the caffeine to malic acid, so it gives you a long-lasting, delayed kind of release. So you get a total of about I believe 500 milligrams of caffeine in here, which ain't no punk amount, son. Coffee berry, 100 milligrams. Then you got this can of East, 50 milligram, which is kind of like, it's like a chilled out ingredient. It's not like L-theanine, but it's like I think it's like a chilled out ingredient that, what's it called, man? Has nootropic benefits to it, which makes sense since it's in the nootropic. NuPep, a lot of you say that's your favorite nootropic, 30 milligram. I don't know, because I've never taken it on its own. Vincipedine, 20 milligrams, and Alpha Yo, homie, 1.5 milligrams. So this thing is freaking amazing, homie. I mean, by label, this thing is freaking, it's amazing, man. It's amazing. You know what? Crack has that can of East. Speaking of crack, man, I got my Dark Labz. You see that Garage Gym homie hoodie on, man, representing. Anyway, so this is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say about this, homie. So this is not something I would take often because of the high caffeine content, at least at the full dose. So at 500 milligrams of caffeine, I like to save this for special occasions, man, because I don't want to. The Apollon products, a lot of them, not all of them, man, they've been coming out with a lot of products lately that are really good if you don't want the high caffeine content, which I'm happy for them boys over there. But this right here, 500 milligrams, I wouldn't personally use this, like more than once a week. It's like a special occasion. And there's so many things in here, you don't want to burn out your dang brain, you know, so it doesn't work. So this is what I'm saying, man. I took the 8 pills, empty stomach, man. I came down to the dance floor. I've used it to pump iron. I've used it for cardio, man. And here I am to share my no schlong shining experience. This boy right here is so freaking versatile. It's just so freaking versatile, man. You can use this as your fat burner before cardio. You can use this to hit the weights with a pump formula. You want to throw some bare knuckle on it, whatever you like. You can use this as your office formula, homie. This over time is probably the most versatile stim supplement there is. I mean, to be honest, homie, I mean, what's more versatile than this? Because it's like a pre-workout, it's like a fat burner, it's like a nootropic, it's everything, homie. You can use it for everything, and it'll work perfectly for everything. This is what I'm gonna say, man. So I took them. I keep an eye on the watch, you know, to tell the effects. At 20 minutes, homie, there's this feeling. This thing comes in phases, man. This thing comes in phases, man. That's when you know something is super intricate, homie, when it comes in phases. So at 20 minutes in, my head starts freaking floating off my body. That's the first thing I felt, like this high, homie. Like I get a high, man. And I got to assume it's the phenylalanine and the ariogenesis and the caffeine all coming together. I mean, it hits quick on an empty stomach. I've never taken this with food in me. So I get the maximum effect. My head starts floating off my body, man. And I'm like, oh my God, I feel this kind of high, man. It's almost like a euphoric. I mean, it's like it's a good head high, man. You get a head high. I'm not gonna BS, homie. You get a head high, and then, man, I got real emotional, homie. I got real emotional, man. I got so happy that I passed the point of happiness. And my eyes started to tear up, man. I swear to you, man. I was doing cardio, and I was listening to a song. I was listening to White Buffalo. Look this song up. White Buffalo, I Am the Light. You check that song out. And my eyes started tearing up because I was so happy. I started having thoughts about just how beautiful my life is, man, how worry-free it is when I have nothing to hide, how I got this gym, how I got, you know, just everything in order. I got my girl, the gym, the house, my dream dog. I mean, I started thinking of all me, what I have, you know, like that selfishness. But still, man, when you came from where I came from, hey, you got to appreciate what you got. And I got real emotional, man. It was like, I was so happy. And I could tell it came from this, homie. I mean, it came from here. But this, like, I just felt so good on it, man, that I was like so grateful for how I felt and how amazing life is. This makes you feel like life is freaking amazing, homie. And my energy, I mean, you're so freaking alert and awake, and you have that head high, that head floating high the whole entire time. And then I wiped a little tear away, man. I did. I even felt it on my finger. I wiped the tear away. Then I went back to just really happy. From too happy to emotional, back to really happy, came down, and I just enjoyed. I mean, you talk about a cardio session flying by. You are so freaking focused. I know it's a nootropic, so I don't want to miss the focus part. You're so productive and focused, and 500 milligrams of caffeine somehow doesn't feel like anything negative. Like, I just took their Furiosa. That had 450 milligrams of caffeine. This one slapped me. Furiosa slapped me way harder at 450 milligrams of caffeine than this did at 500 milligrams. So you never know how things come together. That little 50 milligrams or maybe the other ingredients, whatever it is. This, I mean, hardly got my heart rate up. I mean, it did. Like, let's say normally stim-free, I'd be doing cardio, my heart rate would be like 135 or whatever at the pace I was going. This got up to like 145, 150. So it definitely elevated it, but it's so mental, man, and it's got the physical energy behind it. It's got the backbone. You definitely don't want more. I mean, the energy, I'm talking like 6-7 hours, homie, of just feel good, head floaty, high energy. After an hour of ingesting it, you can tell the alpha yo is there, but it gives you all the benefits of alpha yo. So when I feel the benefits of alpha yo, I feel this has my sweet spot of alpha yo, meaning I feel it in my head, but not my body. So there's no cold, hot, none of that, nothing, no flu-like symptoms, no feverish, you know, I feel, oh, am I sick? Did I contract something? You know, sometimes I take alpha yo, I start getting in my head that someone got me sick, but I realize, oh yeah, GGH, it's just the alpha yo. This gives you all the nootropic benefits of the alpha yo. You just feel it in the head, but not the body. This boy freaking is awesome, homie. I got to admit, homie, I got emotional, man. Listen, White Buffalo, I am the light, man. You might cry too, maybe without this. I don't know. But you just feel so freaking good and focused and productive. If you took this and just went to the office, man, if you like me, I do all paperwork all day. That paperwork, I mean, I feel bad for that paperwork. You're not going to have anything more to do. You're going to run through things. So hit her right here. I like it better than version 3. Version 2 had much more physical energy to me. I mean, you're going. Version 2, whatever was in there, the sourcing, I don't know what was in there different, but it felt like it had a very strong backbone. This has a very more apparent mental high, mental focus, mental good feeling. Focus, mood elevation are like side by side in this. That head floating, Araya feeling, it feels clean, homie. So that's what I got, man. Garage Gym Homie's always gonna give it to you straight. This thing's freaking awesome. So happy, man. So happy. Too happy, homie. I cried, man. I cried, man. So listen, that's what I got. God bless all of you together. Let's get this dang muscle. I'm out.